Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Injured Gadgets Samsung Galaxy S4 complete LCD and touchscreen removal plus reinstallation. So the first thing you want to do on your Samsung Galaxy S4 if you haven't already is just to make sure it's powered down, and then remove the backdoor battery cover as well as the battery and SIM card and micro SD card if you have one. Now this Samsung S4 was actually run over by a car, so as you can see the entire front is smashed off. It is in horrible shape. So I'm actually going to show you guys how to remove that glass polarizer film if that's just the only thing there, or I'm also going to show you guys how to remove the complete LCD assembly from the frame if that is there. First thing you want to do is take your Micro Phillips 00 screwdriver and remove the Micro Phillips screws on the back of your Samsung Galaxy S4. Alright, with the screws removed, go ahead and use a nice SMO tool. We carry these on our website, or a Nylon Spudger as I'm showing you here. And just kind of remove the little bracket frame from the back of the phone. It does come off in two separate pieces, so you'll see me removing both pieces here. Alright, with those removed, there's only one screw that you have to remove. What I just pointed to is actually the Digitizer and LCD flex cable. So that's what's going to be on your new screen. You're going to go ahead and disconnect that with a Nylon Spudger. Never use metal on the actual board. You could send some static shock to it and fry your board. Very rare, but it does happen. This is the one screw you want to remove, and the reason I'm removing this screw is because when you put in your new LCD and touchscreen Digitizer flex cable, you do need the board to lift up a little bit so that you can slide that in there. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and remove the front screen assembly. As you can see, I mean, this was run over by a car, so there's really no glass. The LCD's gone. All you're seeing really here is the polarizer film. So I'm going to show how to remove that, and then after I remove that, I'm going to show you guys what it would have looked like if the entire screen was on. And this is the part we're going to be using. We're going to be using the LCD touchscreen. I'm pointing to it here. There's another version that you could use, which is the one with the frame. If you do use the one with the frame, obviously your edges around the phone are going to look brand new. Alright, so let's go ahead and grab our heat gun. I like to use a temperature of about 180 to 220 degrees Fahrenheit to remove this. There is some remnant glass here from the actual phone being run over. Make sure you remove all the glass off of the screen, including the glass that's going to be around the bottom, the sides. So what I like to do is I take a little knife or the SMO tool, a spudger, and just go along the edges. Make sure all the glass is removed, because if some glass is not removed and you lay your new LCD down, you could end up cracking your brand new LCD. You could crack your brand new glass. I mean, it's a huge possibility that that would happen. So anyhow, that was some of the remnant glass. There's still some remnant glass on the sides. I cleaned it up a little bit later, but we're going to go ahead and try to remove the polarizer film here. Alright, and you'll see once the polarizer film comes off, I do have to kind of like lift the board to remove that flex cable. Same thing when you're reinstalling a new flex cable, you are going to have to lift the board up a little bit. Alright, so what I'm going to show you guys here is if your screen was still in the frame. This is what it would have looked like, obviously, in the frame if the board was on the back of it and everything. And I'm going to show you how to actually separate that so that you have an idea of what you were looking at here. Now, once again, we're going to use the heat gun exact same way, and this was actually a brand new screen, so I'm actually going to remove it without cracking the LCD. You may not have as easy of a time as I do. I've done quite a few of these, so I'm very experienced in this. But expect this part to take you a few minutes. I mean, you might end up spreading some broken glass kind of all over the place, but once again, I'm using my heat gun, 180 to 220 degrees or so, and just heating it up to loosen up the adhesive around the screen and frame, and you will see me remove it. Alright, now before loosening up the adhesive on the bottom, make sure you heat it up quite a bit, because there is this menu, home button, and back button, and you want to make sure that it doesn't lift up with the screen and rip, because if it does, obviously you're going to have to replace your home, menu, and back button. Alright, now we're going to go ahead and get to the reinstallation. What we use is a double-sided black tape. It's already pre-cut out for you. We saw it on our website, so get that first. Alright, now go ahead and take your new screen, and you want to go ahead and pull that LCD touchscreen flex cable through this little area right here. Once again, you have to lift the board up a little bit. Make sure when you lay it down that the home button and the top little grill ear mesh thingy are properly aligned. If you misalign them and push the glass down too hard, you could end up cracking the new glass. Additionally, on the back here where you actually plug in the LCD flex, if it's not an easy, quick snap like this, that means it's not aligned properly. And the way to align that is to when you actually have the LCD flex, before it's laid down on the back of the screen, you want to pull it all the way down. So if it doesn't easily snap in, then you want to make sure to redo that. Anyhow, you saw me put that 100 Phillips screw in there before I put the frame on, so make sure to do that, obviously, because that screw needs to go in there to hold the board down. And then you're going to go ahead and screw in all of these Phillips screws and the bottom screws, obviously. And as soon as we're done doing that, we will be back. Alright, now that all those screws are in, the little back plate's all in, go ahead and put your SIM card, your micro SD card, and your battery in there. Make sure to put the back door cover on, obviously, and let's go ahead and power up our Samsung Galaxy S4. If you guys remember, this S4 actually was run over by a car, as we said in the beginning. I have no idea if it's even going to cut on right here, so my fingers are crossed. And I've released the power button, and it cuts on. So there you have it, Samsung Galaxy S4 complete removal, reinstallation complete. Make sure that your bottom buttons work, your home button works. If they don't, that means you've ripped up a flex cable during the repair. We have the frame versions which have that flex cable pre-installed, so you can always buy that. For all your parts, your tools, accessories, please visit us at injuredgadgets.com. Thanks for watching. Make sure to follow us on Facebook, like us there, subscribe to us on YouTube.